Oh, those are pretty. Ooh, thank you, baby.
You're welcome. I feel like there's other things that have dropped in the line.
I'm sure that there are, but that's the only one that mattered to me, so I can't tell you. We are in Lexington at the Barnes & Noble. New restaurant. I'm gonna take. Look how pretty this place is. We're on our way to Joseph Beth's. Get a book signed. We're on our way to meet an author.
Yeah.
It's so pretty. Oh my god. Oh my god. What a feature. Oh my god, look at those doors. Stop. Oh my heavens.
The one at the very bottom, do you want me to say? No, okay. Well, Killjoy, because it's not a proper book, is it? No one dies in it, it's just a little story. I wrote that in like a week and a half. I wasn't even trying very hard. It was for charity. Thank you. Your dress is cute.
Thank you. Huge. Like, this is their kitchen setup, their cookbooks and whatnot. Boy Wonder would go nuts. That's so pretty. Ooh, look at that sunlight. Hey, so I went to see Holly Jackson today with my bestie Sarah. I did a little shopping, probably more shopping than I should have, but I did it. It's done. So let's have fun with the spoils. I'm gonna show you everything that I got. So we stopped at Half Price Books, Barnes & Noble, Box Lunch, and Joseph Beth's in Lexington in preparation to be at Joseph Beth's on time for the interview with Holly Jackson. And I think it's in conversation with Holly Jackson, and the conversation is done by Gwenda Bond. I read Fallout, Lois Lane by Gwenda Bond, and it was the very first book that I ever DNF'd, and I never read anything from her again. But Holly Jackson was absolutely lovely. She was hilarious, she was funny. She answered a lot of questions, she took a lot of pictures. There were so many people there, like, so many people. I was so surprised. A good 300 at least. It was a gigantic event. So now that that's over, let's get into what I got. So at Joseph Beth, I only got 4 things. The first thing that I want to show you is so cute. I got a bag. It's gigantic, as you can see. Look at all that space. It's got a back pocket, which I love. And then it's got a little strappy holder. So if you take that off, then the bag opens. And then this is what the inside looks like. And it's full of things. So there's a front pocket, there's the pouch, there's a middle pouch, there's space, there's a pen holder. Inside on this side, there's like a little thing to hold like a water bottle. There's like a back pouch, a key ring, back pockets, and then like a little wallet to go with it. Now this was like the last thing that I bought. So when you see the other stuff, don't be like, you got 2 bags? Because I didn't know I was going to get this. Okay? Alright. So that. And then I got The Labyrinth House Murders by Yukito Ayatsuchi to add to my Pushkin Vertigo collection. And I got Don't Sleep with the Dead by Nevo, which is a novella, and it's a retelling of Great Gatsby. And I've been wanting to read this for a really long time. And now it's out, and it's in my hands. So that's everything that I got from Joseph Best. We'll work backwards. So the next place we went was Box Lunch. That was the last place before we left. No, the next place we went was Half Price Books. And they were having a gigantic sale on their DVDs, so I got some. I picked up The Great Mouse Detective. It is one of my favorite movies of all time, and my copy was a little worse for wear, so when I saw this, I knew I had to pick it up. And then they had almost every Fast and Furious film, so I got them. I got The Fate of the Furious, I got Furious 9, I got Furious 7, Furious 6, Tokyo Drift, and then 1 and 2. So the only ones that I'm missing to complete my collection are 4 and 5, which of course they didn't have. And then they also had a couple other movies. I got The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, which is another one of my favorites that I didn't have. And The Losers, also another movie that I enjoyed that I didn't have. And Age of Ultron. And they were all like $1, so I couldn't leave them home with me. Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me by Rosemary Valero O'Connell and Mariko Tamaki. I read this several years ago and loved it. It's a hardcover copy and it was $2. That's like a no-brainer. Then they had the really pretty edition of The Shadows Between Us. Like, look at that. Come on. They had an Owl Crate signed exclusive edition of A Lesson in Vengeance by Victoria Lee. Unopened. Of course I'm getting it. And then they have this incredibly pretty edition of The Atlas Complex by Olivia Blake. And I just saw this online. I was like, oh my god, it's so pretty. I wish I had it. Blah, blah, blah. It's the UK edition. I'm never going to see it again. And boom, it was right there on the Half Price Books, like, collector shelf. So, of course, I had to get it. They had one Nancy Drew case file. So, I had to update my collection. And this is Update on Crime. This is case 78. Okay. So, after that, we went to Box Lunch, which was a mistake. Oh my god, we should not have gone. I had absolutely no self-control in that store. And they had not only a sale on t-shirts, but a sale on apparel. So, sweaters, hats, all of that good jazz. And they had Wicked Lady merch, which, like, never happens. So, I couldn't leave it. I couldn't leave it. Then I got this amazingly soft hoodie. It's, y'all, when I tell you it is so soft. It's so soft. And it's strawberry shortcake. And it's got pockets. And a zipper. And a patch. And then this is what the back looks like. and it's gigantic, so it's gonna be like perfect to snuggle. But she was like, it's buy one get one 50% off, so if you want you can go get another one. And I was like, don't got to tell me twice. So I did, and I got this Spider-Man pullover. It's so cute. I love this. Got like a little patch and like writing on the side. I love it. And then while I was in the Sailor Moon section, they had this absolutely gorgeous bag. Now this is the first bag that I bought today, okay? So don't come for me. I definitely did not plan on getting another bag. But this is what it looks like. Pretty Guardian Sailor, a Sailor Moon on the side. And then like look at that special wand, y'all. Oh my god, it's so fucking pretty. Then it's got a back. It's got straps. And then the inside has like the wand print in it. Like, come on. My friend Sarah was like, I'm not even in that fandom, but that bag is beautiful. I was like, yeah, it's coming with me. It's coming with me. It's coming with me. It's coming with me. So that's everything that I got from Box Lunch. I got this really cute Evil Queen wallet. So it sits like this and it's not too big. Opens up. It's got little card sleeves. It's got space to put stuff inside. And it's got spot for your money, which I like. And it has a spot for change. And then I also got 2 sets of Sailor Moon earrings because I've been needing some earrings. Like, look at all of this pretty Sailor Moon-esque earrings. I'm so excited. Okay. So that's Box Lunch. And then the first place we stopped was Barnes & Noble, which was inside a mall. I've never seen a Barnes & Noble inside a mall, and I was expecting it to be really small, but it wasn't. It was huge. I got this squish, like stress ball. That's a carrot. He was like 50 cents. And then I got this really pretty edition of The Spirit Bears Its Teeth because I've been wanting to read it for a while. And it's so spooky with its little eyeballs. Like, come on, man. And then I got Jekyll and Hyde Consulting Detectives by Tim Major. I was like, oh, that's fun. And it's kind of short. The Library at Hellbore by Cassandra Kaw, which is apparently a dark academia. It's got blue spray painted edges. That's what it looks like. It's beautiful. I'm so excited. And essentially, the Hellbore Technical Institute for the Gifted is the premier academy for the dangerously powerful, the Antichrists and Death Workers, the World Eaters, and Apocalypse Makers. I don't need nothing else. I'm about to eat this up. So, and then the last thing that I got, it's a plushie. It's a book plushie. And it says, I like my thrillers dark and twisted. He's got feet. It's weighted. And then on the side it says trigger warnings. Love it. Yeah, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, you're coming home with me to go on my little bookshelf. You're gonna be so cute. Oh my god, I love him. Okay, and that's everything that I got. And then I went out with my bestie Sarah to the book signing. We did bring our current read, This Book Kills by Ravina Guron, but we didn't read any more into it. We're still at chapter 20. Right now we're deciding, do we want to finish this or do we want to put it on hold so that we can read Not Quite Dead Yet, while I did get the ARC, I promised Sarah that I would wait until we had the physical copy so we could buddy read it together. But our physical copy is signed. So excited. I'm so excited. And this is her first adult debut. I'm so stoked. So stoked. Oh my gosh. And we got a picture with her. I'm gone. It's like midnight because we got stuck in traffic and it was terrible. But I'll see you next time. Bye. Slid out. Guys. So I've been wanting to read House of Leaves for a while. It's been on my TBR for several years. We were at Joseph Beth's in the interview with Holly Jackson. She was talking about how she had read House of Leaves and it was her favorite mystery. And that kind of like rejogged my memory, like, hey, I want to read House of Leaves. And I fully intended to get a copy at Joseph Beth's. But either A, I couldn't find it, or B, it like slipped my mind after I found that pretty purse. So today when I got off work, I stopped by Barnes & Noble to find myself a copy. Went through the whole place, and House of Leaves is relatively older. So I was looking in like the mystery and the paperbacks and the, you know, older sections where you find books that have been out for a while, and not having any luck. And I was like, oh my gosh, dude, like, it would be just my luck for them not to have it. But they did. It was just in the new hardback section. So I got a really nice edition of it. So I want to show you what I got. Because of course that wasn't the only thing that I got, because it was the last thing that I found. Even though it was the only thing I went in there for, because that's just my luck, right? The first thing I found was this super pretty edition of The Ghostwriter by Julie Clark. As you can see, it has sprayed and painted edges that looks like a book on fire to go with the cover. Like, love that. And then I got a special edition of the first book of the Natural series. And it's hardcover because I originally had just the first book in hardcover, and I didn't have any of the other books. I couldn't find the rest of the books in hardcover. So then I was like, fuck it. I ordered a box set, like I got the books all paperback together because it was a couple dollars cheaper, honestly, than the box set. And I was like, okay, well, you know, I don't like to have editions in paperback. I prefer them to be in hardcover. But, you know, it is what it is. So I sold my original, like, first print edition of the hardcover, bought all of the paperbacks, and called it a day. While I was at the store, and I saw this, and it's shiny. Do you see it? Hold on, I'll come closer. I'll come to you. Look at that. And then stop. It's so cute. And then like the obligatory flip through. Yeah. Yeah. So of course I couldn't leave it behind. And I have already read this copy, so yeah. I think they're republishing these, and if that's the case, I'm going to keep an eye out so that I can get the other sets that look like this. And it has a bookmark with that color. Stop. It's so pretty. I'm so excited. Okay. I was just going to get like a paperback, but this was the only one they had, and I came specifically for it, and I didn't want to leave it behind, so I just got it. But this is the remastered full color edition hardcover of House of Leaves. And like, that's the inside. We'll read it and see if we can solve it and all that good jazz. We got our own pretty copy now. So now I can read it whenever I please. I have book mail. Alright.
Let's see what it is.
Ooh. Welcome to the Tournament of Heirs. Amalia Perez. So the first things that are in here. I've got the pen. And a keychain. And okay, here's the book. Man, she wanted to make sure nothing fell out of here. Everything in his grandmama's taped up. Alright. Oh, it's in like a case. Alright, let's see. I got a case. I got an envelope. And I got a bookmark. Ooh. That's a nice bookmark. Let's read the letter together. That's dope. Dear reader, thank you so much for purchasing this special edition and helping to fund my very first audiobook. This project wouldn't have been possible without you. And that's cool. And some art to go with it. Alright. Okay. Here is the steel case, which is slightly damaged, but not super damaged. And that's the book. Let's try to slide this out of here. Here we go. Alright, and then here is our the gold filaments. Look at that. That's pretty. Ah! And it's signed! Ooh, there's a playlist and a glossary. Love that for me. Love that for me. I'm so excited. The back says, bloodshed is coming. Akalin and Metzley, Amos, have been preparing for the Tournament of Heirs their entire lives. Ignoring their duty has never been an option. They must do whatever it takes to win or leave their empire heirless. It's simple. 6 houses, 12 heirs, only 2 blood-bound tributes can win and bring home victory. Akalin has a duty to the empire he will inherit, and his sister, Metzley, has to make sure she keeps Akalin alive long enough to see his rule come to fruition. Together, both siblings must compete in the tournament and win. But nothing in the empire is quite as it seems, and destiny has plans of its own. Only one thing is for certain for the two heirs of the House of Life. Sacrifices must be made. This is so pretty. I'm so excited for this. Like, look at that spine. Stop. It's so pretty. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Ah, okay. Bye. Welcome back to another reading vlog. I'm Gabby. This is the Inkbunnie, and as you can see, we outside. So I'm out here for a couple of photo shoots, but my person just called, my client, and told me that they're not coming till 6:45. Which is not really a big deal because I already had like an hour break in between. So I'm just gonna use this time to hang out in the sun at this lovely park, get some reading done. I have chosen one of the books for my summer / TBR. The library at Helborn. Look at that. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. And it's short too. So this is going to be the book for a book with a female lead. So I brought this to maybe start on it, but I don't want to start on it until I finish Very Dangerous Things by Lauren Munoz. I'm very close to done. I'm like 75. I'm 77% in. And I have an hour and change. So I'm thinking I'm gonna finish this today. And then this will be my arc for July. And then I have a few arcs for August. I would like to get my 4 books for the prompts done and 1 August arc. I just don't know which one I want to read yet. So we'll see. All right. Oh no. Can't look. I don't care if you guys are out here and about, but you cannot be coming up my leg. Like, beat it. Dun dun dun. Chapter 28. 78%. We're almost done, y'all. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Oh shit. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. 80%. Oh, I looked crazy there. My bad. I just kind of like popped on you. I'm 80% in now. Oh, no. Yo. Damn. Damn. That's fucking brilliant. And that's why it was broken. Damn. It's always the one we like. We're at Geta Fest. I got a Geta quesadilla with Geta cheese and onion. It came with sauce. Alex got a grilled Geta donut. Oh my god, it's so cute. We're gonna have to take a selfie up there. Possibly go wrong with the conniving Philadelphia stripper Dynasty seeking to dip her fingers in the same pot of gold. Mink knows she has to play her hand right. When she's suddenly called home to her ailing mother's bedside, she's forced to leave Dynasty alone at the Dominion's mansion to work a solo scam and possibly claim the entire jackpot for herself. Will Dynasty lie her way into the hearts of the Dominions and be declared a rightful heir to the vast family fortune, or will fate throw a cruel twist in the game and get both ghetto princesses kicked to the curb and left for dead broke? We're at the Troll Club. Nuts. Nuts. You trolling. Hi. We made it to a Barnes & Noble in Dayton.
Barnes & Noble, you remember that people?
Yes. You're a ridiculous person. Why are we just honking the honk? Let's go get us some books. This is the Inkbunnie, and I just came back from another trip to a couple of bookstores. So, my cousin Brie and I decided that we were going to check out the $1.25 book warehouse in Dayton. And lo and behold, like 10 minutes up the road, they also had a Barnes & Noble and a Fresh Books. So come with me so I can show you my haul and B-roll footage and what I got. Barnes & Noble had a Loungefly bag on sale, 50% off. So I got myself a little Pokemon bag for the cheap. Then they had this tote bag also on sale, so I picked it up because what else am I gonna put my books in? And then this is currently holding all of my books, so I'm gonna try and like organize them real fast. From Barnes & Noble, I got 3 Jelly Roll ink pens. I got a pink one. This is 10. Oh, wrong side. There you go. This is 10. This is 8. And then this one is a like glittery pink. And then I got Predatory Natures by Amy Goldsmith. It looks like this. It's pretty. It's a book about a train that has to deliver a bunch of plants, and there are like these 2 creepy twins on it, and crazy things start happening. Then I picked up the second book. I don't know what the series is called. The Summoner's Circle. I picked up book 2 in the Summoner's Circle by S.T. Gibson. It's called Ascension. Looks like this. It's beautiful. So, I'm very excited. I have the first one, so when I saw the sequel there, I knew I had to pick it up. And then I picked up A Beautiful and Terrible Murder by Claire M. Andrews. And the top corner says, Sherlock can help, but only Irene Adler can solve this case. I knew it was coming home with me. And then I picked up a new journal because my book journal is going to be full soon. So that's, oh, and I got some bookmarks. I got a Then There Were None bookmark and a book that looks like the spine of the complete Sherlock Holmes series. Because I bought a bunch of physical books, so. After that, we went to Half Price Books, and I got a couple of books and some movies, mostly movies, but they were closing in like 30 minutes, so I didn't really have a lot of time to look around. But because we were in like Dayton and we hadn't been before and I hadn't seen any bookstores there, I wanted to check out those bookstores because it's like, oh, I love going there and this is a whole new city, you know what I mean? So I got another Nancy Drew. This is called Stage Fright. This is number 90. How We Fall Apart by Katie Zhao. Issue is, I thought that this was the other one that she wrote, and I was picking it up, but I have this in paperback over there. So now I need to figure out what the heck her other book is called. I don't know, but it was hardcover and it was $2. Can't go wrong. Then in their new bestseller section, they had A Theory of Dreaming, which is the sequel to A Study in Drowning by Ava Reed. Right, look at that. And it's the sprayed edge. So now it can go up there with its first one. And they'll match. Okay, so the whole reason we went up there is because Dayton has a $1.25 book warehouse. I didn't need much else. I could do some real damage at $1.25, and I was still really good. I got this one, Midnight for Charlie Bone by Jenny Nemo, for my sister. Charlie Bone series is like one of her favorite book series of all time, and she was telling me that this is book 1. She was telling me that this hers was a little worse for wear, and for $1.25 can't knock it, so I picked that up for her. And then I found these 2 mysteries, Lethally Blonde and A Body to Die For, both by Kate White, who was an editor-in-chief for Cosmopolitan. And I love that we have this, like, blonde, sexy crime reporter. So, we'll see if I like them. And then, of course, how could I leave this behind? It's called Anonymous Rex by Eric Garcia, a detective story. And yes, that is a detective dinosaur. How could I leave it behind? How could I leave it behind? Come on now. And then on my way out, I saw that they had a copy of Kane's Jawbone, unblemished. So now this is 2 copies that I have, which will give me the better option to solve it. So, like, if I'm going to start in this one. If I fuck it up, then I have my other copy. And for $1.25, like, you can't go wrong. So, yeah. I also picked up some more movies, but those are downstairs. So, I'll pop, like, some B-roll or something in there. But, yeah. So, that's what I got. I had so much fun hanging out with my cousin. And we just kind of wandered, took some cute selfies. I'm going to make a cute little reel and put that up soon. And yeah, all caught up. Let's talk about what I'm currently reading, because I got a few. We are in the midst of Summer Slash, and I have started The Library at Hellbore by Cassandra Kah. I'm only a couple of pages in, but this is for our female lead prompt. And then I am still currently reading No One Else Can Have You by Kathleen Hale. I'm 27% in. I'm still reading Murder by the Book by Amy Schaumburg. That is one of our arcs for August. So I'm doing well. I am 18% into that. It's very cute so far. We have dead girl. That's not the cute part. But the main character and the detective have started their banter, and that's cute. And then I also downloaded And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie, which fulfills our final girl trope for the Summer Slash readathon. So that's what I've been up to lately. I'm gonna go eat some popsicles and maybe do a little bit more reading, or maybe play a couple of games of Tekken. And I will catch you next time. Sleuth out! Hey, welcome back. I'm Gabs. This is Inkbunnie. That's Momo. I am almost done with Murder by the Book by Amy Schaumburg. I just hit 60%, and it's getting really good. Our serial killer is expediting his timeline. They've reached out to the main character. Lots of things have been, like, escalating. It's very good so far. I am thoroughly enjoying it. I'm going to be finished pretty soon. I am also currently working on the library at Hellbore. I am like 8 or 9 pages into that, and that is probably going to be the first book that I start for the summer slash readathon. Yeah. I'm currently working on making a reading tracker for my Notion so that I can go from paper to digital. So that's a lot of work, but we're working on it. We'll see. So yeah, just wanted to pop in and tell you a little bit about what's going on. Came home today. We went to go see Bad Guys 2. It was immaculate. The references alone was amazing. So if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it. It's perfect. And yeah, I think that's all I got to tell you. Alright, I'll see you next time. Bye! Hey, I'm Gavs. This is the Inkbunnie. And I have another haul for you. So, apparently Barnes & Noble was having a 3 for $25 off sale. I didn't find this sale, but I did find some goodies. So, we went on a little book date. I went to Barnes & Noble, Squishables, and Half Price Books. So, let me show you what I got. I already threw one Squishable to the side. I got a broccoli. I am way too lazy to get up to go get it right now, but trust me, he's adorable. And I got a stag beetle. This is what he looks like. He's fucking adorable with his little butt dots. I love him. And he is one of 2, so I'm really hoping that they make a rhinoceros beetle so that I can keep him and rhino beetle, and then I can put my Bug Boys collection in between, because as soon as I saw him, I was like, oh my god, that is a stag beetle, that's Stag Bee, where is Rhino Bee? Like, it was absolutely perfect. So I picked this up from the Squishable store. He's so soft. I love that all of my Squishables are either vegetables or bugs. Like, I don't know why that is, but I'm in love with it, okay? In love. Now, let's talk about the books that I got. So, the first thing that I picked up was The Game is Murder by Hazel Ward. And this is an interactive mystery. And then I got The Author's Guide to Murder by Beatriz Williams, Lauren Willig, and Karen White. And this was on sale. I got it for like $7. And then I got Betty and Veronica Vixens Volume 1. I love Betty and Veronica, and I love when they go on like girl adventures. And this just looks so cheesy and fun. Like, apparently they're part of a motorcycle gang. Do you need anything else? Then I picked up Special Topics in Calamity Physics by Marisha Peschel. This is the second book that I have by her. The first one is called Night Film, neither of which I have read, but both are supposed to be like multimedia, and they're both mysteries, so I'm excited. And then I picked up Hardly Strangers by A.C. Robinson. It's supposed to be some kind of romance, but it's super short. Like, I don't even think it's not even 150 pages, and it was on sale, so. Are you seeing the theme? The next book I picked up was The Secret of the Three Fates by Jess Armstrong. This was 40% off sticker price. And this is a mystery that's been on my list for a while, so I was like, cool, I can read it. I picked up The 13th Child by Erin A. Craig. And this was 30% off sticker price. And I got this super adorable ghost mug. just in time for spooky season. And then I found this tote at Barnes & Noble, and I was like, I have to have it. I have to have it. So I brought it home with me, and it's full of books. So the half-price books that we went to had a gigantic clearance section, so I got a lot of like cheap books. I got The Night Gardener by Jonathan Ozier. I'm not sure what it's about, but it looks like a good spooky time. I got a really pretty special edition of Seven Faceless Saints by M.K. Lobb, and this is signed, and it has like sprayed edges. Like, please. And it's like way smaller than my copy, so I don't know. But it was $15, and it's got sprayed edges, and it's signed. How could I leave it behind? Then I picked up The Wrong Girl by R.L. Stine, another Fair Street. I picked up Hide and Seeker by Daka Harriman, another spooky one, and this has been on my TBR for a long time, so when I saw it, I was like, absolutely get it. It was only $2, and I hadn't been able to find it anywhere that wasn't like full price, and it had been out for a long time, so as soon as I saw it at this price, I was like, absolutely must grab it. Then I got my first big girl fantasy, Silver Cloak by L.K. Stephen. It has blue spine. I am excited for this and a little nervous. It is a start to a fantasy series, and it's big girl fantasy because it has a map. Okay? There's a map in it. I think I have like 3 books in my entire collection that has a fucking map. Okay? So I am fucking nervous, but excited. Then I saw this at Barnes & Noble, and I was like, sure, why not? I opened it, and it had quotation marks, so hopefully I will be able to enjoy it. But this is Killer on the Road by Stephen Graham Jones, and this is a weird set. There are 2 novels in it. It's Killer on the Road and The Babysitter Lives. So this side is Babysitter Lives. Sorry, it's upside down. And then this side is Killer on the Road. So 2 books for the price of 1. And then I got Arcana Academy by Elise Kova. This is also a book that's been on my list for a little bit. It's giving fantasy dark academia vibes. It's got gold sprayed edges. I saw it and I was like, might as well get it. Then another book that's been on my list for a while is Terror at the Gates by Scarlett St. Clair, and this is pretty painted and signed. It doesn't have like sprayed edges, but like it's just a really pretty like design, and then there's like stuff on the inside. Yeah, like that's pretty. And this copy is signed, so I was like, of course. And it's $3 off. And then the last 2 things I want to talk to you about are new Nancy Drews. I found 2 new, practically perfect editions of 2 Nancy Drew case files. Number 43, False Impressions, and number 12, Fatal Ransom. So I'm adding 2 more Nancy Drews to my collection. So yeah, that is my book haul. That's all the damage that I did today. And yeah, I think this is probably going to finish my first week of the summer slash-a-thon. And I'll see you next week. Sleuth out. This broccoli is. Like, please. Please. Oh my god, I love him.